Folks, we're coming back with Mahlon Mitchell in about 60 seconds, running for governor of Wisconsin. Join us on the radio or watch us here on stream if you can. Good to be back after a little bit of a working vacay as well. Good to see everybody back streaming. Indeed, indeed. All right, 22 minutes before the hour. Joining us now, as promised, our brother's running for governor of Wisconsin, Mahlon Mitchell. My brother, am I pronouncing your first name correctly?
It's actually Mahlon.
Mahlon, I'm sorry. How are you, brother?
That's all right. I'm feeling good. 1 day away, 24 hours.
I know, man, and I'm sorry it's taking us so long to get you. We've been trying to track you down. I'm glad we got you. You're right, just 24 hours away. How you feeling about it? How are things looking, Mahlon? Mahlon, I'm sorry.
I feel good. Yeah, no problem. I feel good. We have I got in the race November 13th, and it's been quite the marathon sprint sort of deal, but it's looking good. We're feeling good. We've got a lot of support out there. We had Angela Rye in town yesterday. Been endorsed by Congresswoman Gwen Moore as well, so we had a little GOTV and canvas launch, but things are looking good.
So now you represent, is it the firefighters union or what?
Yeah, it's the Professional Firefighters of Wisconsin. So I represent about 4,000. It's all career firefighters across the state. We go way up north, Superior, Rhinelander, Antigo, and way south Wisconsin, Kenosha, Racine, Milwaukee. Have everything in between. So I'm the statewide union president.
How long have you been a firefighter?
So I've been a firefighter since '97, so a little bit over 20 years.
Uh-huh.
I got hired young. I got hired at 19 years old. I'm in the city of Madison, our capital city here in Wisconsin. But I've been a union president since 2011. And that's actually when Scott Walker came in with Act 10, which was the collective bargaining bill, which took away the rights for teachers and janitors and state workers to be able to sit down with their employers and talk about hours, wages, and working conditions. And then we were actually exempt from the bill, but we took a stand and stood with our brothers and sisters in AFL-CIO and the teachers' unions and others.
What inspired you to run for governor, Mahlon?
You know what? It's just sitting back and seeing what's happening to our state. This was once a state of clean government, a state that cared about its people, a state that was really progressive, and not progressive in the word that we think of it now as liberalism, but more just progressive, always looking forward. I mean, we started, we have what's called Badger Care here in our state, which is the statewide, essentially Medicaid health care system, and that was started by a Republican. It was started by Tommy Thompson. So we actually have a state here that really cared about its people, and that's been taken away under Governor Walker. And, you know, politics is a contact sport, but it's not a spectator sport. You got to get in the game. So I've seen it long enough. We've ran different candidates against Scott Walker, and to no avail, we've lost. So I think it's going to take a different type of candidate to beat Scott Walker. It's going to take someone who doesn't mind getting dirty, so to speak, and doesn't mind being in the fight. So that's why I'm running. I just want to get our state back on the right track. You know, I've been a firefighter for, like I said, for over close to 20 years, and as firefighters, we respond to our communities on the worst days of their lives. And when people are at the worst, we have to be at our best.
Yeah.
So we should expect the same from our elected officials.
So primary day is tomorrow. How are you spending today, this eve of the primary?
Well, we're doing a lot of what we're doing now. Some radio time. We've got some other spots lined up for TV. But we also have a heavy canvas in a lot of our urban centers and rural areas. So we're going to be in Milwaukee later today, our biggest city in the state, and we have a heavy presence there because we got a plan to get 50,000 more blacks out to vote. 50,000 more people that look like me out to vote that haven't voted in the past or have just set out in 2016. So that's not an easy task. You know, a lot of candidates just try to raise as much money as you can and get up on TV, which we've done. But we actually are going out to where the voters are and talking to people. So I'm all across the state doing canvas launches, but also going out, and I'm actually as a statewide candidate knocking on doors and talking to people, and not just expecting them to vote because they see a nice commercial ad.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm actually going into beauty shops, barber shops, and talking to people, breweries, bars, restaurants, and actually going where people are at and asking them to vote for me, because we need everybody together in order to beat Scott Walker. He's a beast. I mean, don't get it twisted. He's not going to be easy to beat, and it's going to be a long haul. But we have a mantra in the fire service called "All Hands Working." And that means every one of the locations doing something to solve the problem, make it right for the community. So we taking that same mantra and taking that same type of dialect and that same type of tenacity in this race.
You mentioned 50,000, so that's your target number. Are you saying that if you can get voter participation up tomorrow for at least 50,000 African Americans, you can win this?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
And I've got a lot of support from labor, Wisconsin AFL-CIO, AFSCME, steel workers, operating engineers,
good,
food and commercial workers. So I have a lot of statewide labor support as well. But yeah, I want to get people out to vote that haven't voted in the past, and not just for the primary, but also for the general election, because that's how we win.
Yeah. Speaking of labor, I was at the A. Philip Randolph Institute conference all last week, and I was telling them about you and building you up, and some of the labor leaders there, some of them who were AFL had heard of you. I mentioned your name, and you got a big round of applause. So this is a working class brother folk. Can't get more working class than firefighter. Ain't no glamour in that, and you risk your life. And I'm glad to hear the AFL has endorsed you. Mahlon Mitchell, folks. Mahlon, you mentioned healthcare being a big issue, but what are some of the other issues that Wisconsins have prioritized in this gubernatorial election?
You know what I hear probably the most is when we talk about education. I have two kids, a daughter that's starting her sophomore year at the University of Wisconsin, Oshkosh, and a son who's starting his freshman year in public schools and high school. And our educational system really has taken a huge hit under our current governor. I mean, he's taken close to over $1 billion away from K through 12 education, and teachers are suffering. We have teachers leaving the state because the pay is horrible, the working conditions are terrible. We have actually school districts that have to have referendums just to keep the lights on. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. You used to have a referendum for capital expenditures, so to put a new gymnasium on the school or to put a new track around the football stadium. But now they're having just to keep the lights on. So actually, me and Scott Walker went to the same high school, Delvin High School.
Really?
And yeah, we obviously took some different classes.
But you all were there at the same time?
No, he's 10 years older than I am.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, but we did go to the same high school, graduated from the same high school, so from the same neighborhood, rural Wisconsin, Delvin, Wisconsin. It's right between Janesville, where Paul Ryan's district is, and Lake Geneva. But anyway, we had a school that from his home school district that just had a referendum fail this past spring, and they've had to close their doors. Marianne Elementary School is now closed, not going to open in the fall because the referendum failed. And that's just out of the school district. And that's only because the cuts that are coming from the state and them not having enough state aid to take care of operational costs. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So education is a big deal. We have a low-wage economy. I'm for $15 an hour, giving the state of Wisconsin a raise and helping small businesses flourish here in our state, because that's where the job creation is going to be. But we need to build our economy from the bottom up. You know, when more middle-class people, and people don't talk about those who live below middle-class wages. So I like to talk about working families. And when the working class has more money in their pocket, they spend it. And when they spend more money, that in turn means we need more goods and services need to be produced. So more jobs need to be created. So we need to put more money in the hands of the people that actually spend it. Mm-hmm. And people are working 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet. You know, our governor will say, well, we have a 2.8% unemployment rate. Well, that's all well and good, but what the hell is the unemployment rate when you're working 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet?
Yeah.
And the governor look at people as statistics, as Wisconsinites as statistics. Well, in actuality, people are suffering. So that's what I'm running on. And we the other thing is, in the state of Wisconsin, we have the highest African American male incarceration rate in the country. We put more people behind. We spend more money on the Department of Corrections, which really is the Department of Incorrection. But we spend more money on the Department of Corrections than we do educating our children in the UW system, University of Wisconsin system. Over $1 billion a year in the Department of Corrections to put people behind bars for minor nonviolent drug offenses. So I also want to tackle mass incarceration. And that's not a Republican problem. That's not a Democrat problem. It's a Wisconsin problem. It's a problem that we need to work on together to fix.
Yeah.
Because it's not a good place to be. So we have the ability in our state to put about 16,000 people behind bars, and we have close to 24,000 people behind bars right now. So there's a lot of issues that we need to tackle here in our state. We need a leader to actually do that.
Yeah, and we see that you're the man for the task. The youngest and first African American folks to serve as president of the Professional Firefighters of Wisconsin. That's quite an accomplishment, my brother.
Thank you. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I've been my older brother's a firefighter in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
My younger brother's a firefighter in St. Paul, Minnesota. So giving back, it's in our DNA. It's in my DNA.
And that's right. It's definitely in the family. So, is there anything that our audience can do in the next 24 hours to help you? You all got any phone banks where people can reach out and get phone numbers to call, or what?
Yes, you can go to if you want to. If you're in Wisconsin, first of all, vote tomorrow.
That's absolutely.
The polls open at 7 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. So if you're in Wisconsin, vote tomorrow. And if you're actually not in Wisconsin, if you want to help out and help donate, you can go to mahlonmitchell.com. And if you go to that, there's a donate tab on the right top corner. If you hit the drop down, but it's MAHLONMITCHELL.com. And every donation we have goes directly to us having another canvasser, another paid canvasser on the street, or another paid phone bank person. So that, we're actually paying people to go out and canvass on our behalf. We have a lot of volunteers as well, but we do have paid canvassers. So every dollar you give now helps to just have one more person on the street pushing our message out. So we'd love to have some donations. It would be fantastic as well.
And see, Mahlon folks can still use that money now for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's not too late to give. And then if you go to the website, you can give. You can figure out how to maybe volunteer, especially if you're in Wisconsin. We encourage you to do that.
Yeah.
How many other primary opponents are there?
There's 8. There's 7, so 8 total.
Okay.
It's crazy. We started out with 10, 2 dropped out, so we had 8 total, and I'm one of 8. But
you're the only one with these labor endorsements, right?
That's right.
Yeah, and that counts. So hopefully organized labor is going to be out there. There's nothing like organized labor working the polls for you, right?
Right. They're working the polls. They're sending out literature. They're doing a member-to-member program, and they're volunteering. We're canvassing right now as we speak. It's 8 o'clock. We'll be out canvassing and hitting the doors. 12 hours, 8 to 8.
Yeah. Amen. MahlonMitchell.com, folks. And brother, good luck to you. Beautiful family you have too. As we're streaming, we're showing people some of the videos of you and your family. A lovely family that you have, and brother, just so proud of you. We know that our good friends at the Collective PAC have also endorsed you. So we just wish you all the best, man. If it's not clear by now, folks, I'm endorsing him as well. Mahlon Mitchell for governor of Wisconsin. Get woke and vote tomorrow. Those of you in Wisconsin, if you know someone in Wisconsin, call them and be sure they vote for our brother tomorrow for governor, because we definitely need change in Wisconsin. Been a lot of struggle in Wisconsin. Some will even say that the genesis of the current progressive movement we have right now started in Wisconsin with the protests and everything that were going on at the state capitol. So, and there have been some fits and starts. There have been some setbacks too. We know we tried to recall that fool, but you know, that's still a part of the struggle. You know, it's a learning experience. We've not given up, and we're going to put a clean glass next to a dirty glass with our brother Mahlon. So
yes, I've also been endorsed by Senator Kamala Harris.
Oh, great, outstanding, outstanding. So win more, Kamala Harris as well. Tomorrow's the big day. Every soul to the polls, folks, for Mahlon Mitchell.
Yes.
Mahlon, we appreciate you, brother. We look forward to announcing your victory after tomorrow. We're going to claim it for you, brother. You're in our prayers. Much love to your family and to your whole team. Okay, man?
I appreciate the time, brother. Thank you very much.
All right. And to folks, MahlonMitchell.com. Thanks, Mahlon. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Take care now. So it's Mahlon Mitchell tomorrow in Wisconsin. Jahana Hayes tomorrow in Connecticut. I think, pardon me, that's the 5th district, I think. So you want to support her as well. All right? So very, very important to do. This is it, y'all. We got to vote. We don't have any more primaries left. The next big one is in Florida. We're going to be talking with Andrew Gillum probably at some point this week. Running for governor in Florida. There's not always a disadvantage to a crowded field, because then you're just trying to get a plurality. And so Mahlon's got his numbers, 50,000 African Americans in Wisconsin. If he can turn that up, and we know the suppression that went down in 2016 in that regard as well. So we wish him well. MahlonMitchell.com. Support him. Let everybody you know in Wisconsin support him. All right, folks. Good to be back from vacay-ish. We'll do it again tomorrow. If all minds are clear, it has been made plain. Have a good day.